before we begin, if you find comfort in these stories, please consider subscribing to Soulfelt Words so these gentle healing moments can stay close to your heart. There is a very particular kind of heartbreak that leaves a mark deeper than you expect. The heartbreak of loving someone more than they ever loved you. It's the quiet ache of realizing you were giving from your heart while they were giving from their convenience. You were offering depth while they offered moments. You were all in while they were half there. It wasn't that they didn't care at all. They did, just not the way you needed, and not nearly as much as you deserved. You noticed it slowly. You felt it in the way you initiated more conversations, in the way you always asked how their day was, while they rarely remembered yours. You felt it in the pauses, the hesitations, the tiny gaps between their words, where love should have lived, but didn't. When you love someone more than they love you, your heart becomes a home to a love that has nowhere to land. You keep pouring tenderness into a space that echoes back emptiness. You keep hoping they'll meet you halfway, but halfway always feels too far for them. You convince yourself to be understanding, to be patient, to be low maintenance, because you don't want to scare them away with the intensity of what you feel. But your heart was never too much. They were simply too little, and that realization hurts because you know you deserved more. Everyone deserves a love that feels like return, not sacrifice. Yet somehow you still found beauty in the way they smiled at you. You still felt warmth in the rare moments when they softened. You still held onto the hope that maybe they just needed time to love you the way you loved them. But love isn't a puzzle you should have to solve. It's not a test of endurance to see how long you can hold on before they finally wake up and realize your worth. Your heart knew what it wanted. Their heart simply couldn't match it. And that mismatch is one of the most painful kinds of loss. Loving more than someone is exhausting in ways you rarely admit out loud. It drains you emotionally because you keep hoping your effort might inspire theirs. You keep believing that if you love hard enough, they will eventually meet you with the same intensity. But love doesn't work like that. It's not a mirror that automatically reflects back what you give. Sometimes your love enters someone's life like sunlight on a closed window, beautiful, warm, genuine, but unable to enter. You tried to be enough. You tried to be patient. You tried to understand their silence, their distance, their inconsistencies. You convinced yourself they cared, just in a different way. But deep down, you knew you were giving more than they could ever offer. When you love more than they do, you start neglecting yourself. You accept effort that's too small. You tolerate confusion because clarity never comes. You overthink every detail, trying to prove to yourself that the love you feel must exist on their side too. But one-sided love, even the softest version of it, slowly breaks your spirit. You deserve someone who doesn't make you beg for affection, someone who doesn't love you only when it's convenient, someone who doesn't disappear the moment you need reassurance. You deserve someone who matches your heart, your effort, your consistency, someone who doesn't love you less, but loves you fully. And when you walk away from a love that didn't return itself, you're not giving up. You're choosing truth over pretending. You're choosing peace over uncertainty. You're choosing yourself over being someone's almost. And that is one of the bravest kinds of healing. There will come a day when you look back on the love you carried for them and wonder why you ever tried so hard to be chosen by someone who struggled to choose you at all. Your future self will thank you for walking away, even when your heart wanted to stay. They will thank you for choosing peace, clarity, and self-respect over waiting for someone who didn't know how to hold your heart. You loved deeply, and that is something to honor, not regret. Your ability to love beyond limits is not a flaw. It is your strength, but strength should be held by the right hands, hands that stay, hands that give, hands that choose, hands that match your heart without fear or hesitation. One day, someone will come into your life, and your love won't feel heavy anymore. It will feel balanced, reciprocal, peaceful, soft, safe, and you will finally understand the love you offered the wrong person wasn't wasted. It was preparing you for the love that will feel like home. Thank you for staying until the end of this story. If these words comforted your heart, please like the video, share it with someone who needs healing, and subscribe to Soulfelt Words so these nightly healing moments can continue to find you. Your support means more than you know.